So this next section is really important. It's monitoring jobs. So once you submit the job, how do you keep track of it? The first thing you want to do is just check the queue to see what you have submitted and what they're doing right now. And you do that through this command qstat. And then you do -u and then your username just to filter for your own jobs. If you just do qstat, it'll show every job that's submitted. And what you'll get here is this little output here, and this tells you what jobs you have submitted and what they're currently doing right now. So this first job is my Align job. It's in state R. This means that it's running. The second job is HQW, and what this means is it's held on the queue. It's not going to run until its specified dependency finishes. This was submitted with the hold JID option, and it's waiting for this job to finish before it will truly enter the queue. And then this QW just means it's sitting on the queue. It should run eventually. And then EQW, you don't want to see this. This means it's error, and it's never going to run. And you can see the reason for why this happens by using this error reason -u in your username. And most typically what causes this is that you did -o or -e to a directory or file that can't be made or doesn't exist. That's typically what I've run across, but there may be other causes. So checking a job once it's finished, this is really important. This is how you kind of get the resource limits for your job. Ideally, you want to optimize that because it will minimize your time on the queue. If you get yourself down to like what you truly need instead of overestimating, you won't spend as much time on the queue, and it makes everyone's time better on the cluster. So once your job is finished, you can get metrics on your job using this function here, QACCT, queue account. And if you know the job ID, you can just do -j job ID. Or if you didn't know the job ID, but you know the name, you can do -o your username and then -j the job name. And some important metrics to look for here is this RU wall clock. You'll get this long list of metrics that's tab separated. And this will tell you how long your job took. This will give you how much time you want to give to your job. Max VMEM, this tells you the maximum amount of RAM that your job used. And I did an analysis recently, and most people request a lot more than this value actually is. People are requesting typically like 1 gig, and then they end up using like 100 megabytes. So you can lower that and spend less time on the queue. And then exit status. I mean, you can always just see if your output was generated as expected, but if you want to be really sure, you can check the exit status. 0 usually means it was successful. Any positive integers, usually something went wrong.